Well, welcome to West High Food Service Kitchen. This is an institutional kitchen. We are in the process right now about putting out 2,300 meals to elementaries and middle schools on what is this side of town. So we're looking at Jefferson and Smith and Grace Lutheran and Tipler and Franklin and Roosevelt and Carl Traeger and Oakwood. So we have one truck leaving here at about 9:30, and then another truck will come back in and pick up another part of a route. There's actually 3 trucks on the route every day. North High is doing a similar thing right now, producing meals for the other side of town. So they will send one truck, actually 2 trucks out of there, then one makes a delivery along the way and then comes over here, picks up more food and goes back out. Everything gets to where it needs to be by about 11 o'clock today, but if we don't ship it now, then it's not going to get there. So with that, we can move into the kitchen a little bit and I'll kind of show you what's going on. So our production kitchen is divided into 3 main areas. Right here you have an entree or a protein or meat alternate, whatever you want to call it, is being produced right here. This happens to be a pizza day, so we are sending out, these are 4x6 Tony's pizzas. They're actually a smart pizza. It's made with whole grain, reduced fat cheese, and it actually has soy in it to make it healthier. This is vegetable preparation over here, and actually we sent out, we're doing green beans to go with that pizza. I know, kind of a strange combination, but we do try to force the fruits and vegetables. So this is the fruit and vegetable department. This is peanut buttering and buttering going on in here for the whole district. They will count all of our buns to go to every single school. They do peanut buttering and buttering. We still don't let our little kids do peanut buttering and buttering because, well, it's a time issue for a lot, plus we get some portion control then with all of that stuff. All of our hamburger buns, our hot dog buns, and our breads are made of whole grain white. So 51% of the product then is whole grain. So that means that every slice of bread here has 2 grams of fiber in it. Every hamburger buns has 3 grams of fiber in it. When we make Italian meat sauce and we make taco meat here, we fill up all 3 of these kettles, which means we use raw ground beef. We get 100 pounds of ground turkey, so we divide that between 3. So if we use 300 pounds of ground beef, we probably use 100 pounds of ground turkey. And we put that in the 3 kettles. And interestingly enough, when we brown all that stuff, we add water to it, and then we drain. So when you drain out all the water that it browns, you take all that fat along with it. We have to add water back, otherwise it's too dry. And they work like big slow cookers, only they're really fast because would be steam inside here. So what you're standing in is the midst of boxes on their way out, actually. And these all work like big thermos bottles. So if we put our taco meat or our Italian meat sauce or whatever it happens to be in it about 180 degrees at 9:30, by about 11 o'clock we'll maybe drop 20 degrees. In the winter time, when it's 30 below, that's another story, especially for Lakeside, because their food will be on the truck the longest. And then everybody has to check temps when it comes back, when it hits the site and they open it up. And they have equipment out there, they can bring it back up to temp if it needs to be. Interestingly enough, it is not unsafe at that point, just because it might be less than 140 degrees, which is kind of our key number. It's not very palatable for kids, because everything is temped here before it gets loaded, so we know where it's at on the way out. But so that's kind of the big tour.
Rethink your life, your choice.
Hi, today is Monday, October 24th, and reTHINK, a program of the Winnebago County Health Department, is here at Perry Tipler Middle School in Oshkosh celebrating Food Day. And we are very excited that kids are here, chefs are here. We're on site actually seeing how the food gets put into the kids' bellies and how they select it. And we're really excited to offer them healthy food options in Oshkosh, thanks to reTHINK and the Health Department. Hi, can I talk to you for a second? Can you step over here? I noticed that you got a salad and apples today, did you?
Yeah.
Do you get fruits and vegetables every day at Perry Tipler?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. And why do you get fruits and vegetables on your plate?
Because it's what they serve.
Yep. Well, why didn't you get like puppy chow or candy bars or something?
Because that's not what they serve.
Yep. Are you actually going to eat that?
Yeah.
Yep. And are you glad that, I don't know, tell us about it. Are you glad they have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for getting healthy food. You make it look good.
Thanks.
Rethink your life, your choice.
We're going to get started here. We're going to make a couple dishes that we do a lot of different things for people low in sodium and different dietary needs that they have that come into the restaurants. We like to use a lot of different herbed olive oils and things like that instead of just using all butter. And what we do is we can stick away from the salts. We use very little bit in our homemade chicken broth, which is a combination of just chicken bones and water and carrots, celery, and onions. So here he's cooked up a dish that's got some different colors, some flavors, and we didn't have to add any salts. We do a bunch of we make about 20 different types of pasta. So today we made some no cholesterol pasta. We made this with all egg beaters or egg whites, which to me you can't tell any difference, especially when you're cooking with it. So what we can do is we can take away some of those fats and we can separate them a little bit. Instead of having all the creams and all the butters and all the eggs, we can take and pick and choose what we want to add to these ingredients. I'm going to make this mac and cheese dish that you're going to get to try. Here what we have is I'm using skim milk. I've got a little bit of chicken bouillon, not much, just a little bit. And that's why we won't have to add any extra of the salts. I try to use as little as we can. I like to use some different cheeses. We use a little bit of a cheese blend that's got some lower fat cheese. We still use a little of the cheddar for the flavor. I also like to use what I use is a little bit of mascarpone cheese. It's got half the fat, it's got half the salts, and it'll give us that still creamy texture that we're looking for. We'll add some no cholesterol pasta to this. You can blend your own cheese. You'll end up with the same good flavor using about 1/3 of the sodium, well over half the amount of fat.
Rethink your life, your choice.
Well, this sums up our day here at Perry Tipler Middle School. The kids really enjoyed it, and we're here now with Principal Jay Jones. And so, Jay, what do you think the kids really thought of all these healthy food? Do you think they took to it?
Oh, I think so, definitely. I think they had a great time. They learned a lot about how the food is prepared and learned a lot about healthy food choices. So I think it was just a great day and a terrific learning experience for our kids.
Awesome. Well, let's just hope that they know how to cook it. I know me personally, I want my kids cooking this for dinner at home. So if they're one step closer, it's all good.
That would be great because the samples I had were wonderful as well. And I would just like to thank Winnebago County and the reTHINK group for putting this all together. We really appreciated it, and I think our kids really took a lot away from it. And hopefully they take that home and share it with their families.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.